Good morning. Welcome back to New Day. Now we're going to be talking about a very important issue here on New Day. We're talking about the recent increment in transportation fares. I think it just took effect on Monday, the 27th, and I've got with me the regional chairman of the GPRTU, Mr. Robert Saba, and also Mr. Famous Kwaduga, who is the MD of Fame Safety Consult. Now, Mr. Good morning, gentlemen. First of all, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
First of all, how do you inform the general public of transport increment?
After having an agreement of the increment with the Ministry of Transport, we make a list of all the stations and how much they each should charge, and we give them to our, we have something called welfares. We give them out, and they have to disseminate this information to all the drivers.
That's the welfare. How do they go about disseminating this information? I'm asking this because there's always...
We have a printed material for which we give them out, and they would have to make photocopies and distribute to the various drivers.
I'm asking this because whenever there's an increase in transportation fares, there always seems to be a problem between commuters and drivers and mates, and arguments, frustrations about the increment. That's what I'm asking.
Well, I will agree with you, but sometimes these increments, were normally done at weekends when we are not in office. So definitely some drivers may want to do their own thing by overcharging the passengers, which to us as officers is not the appropriate thing
because
to do.
You can't understand the frustration of the commuters, because most of them don't know anything about it. They get on board and then suddenly they are being asked to pay more than they usually pay. Do you think that maybe in future it would be pragmatic or more prudent for you to have some kind of public education, maybe days or weeks or even months in advance before it actually takes effect?
Public education can be done when all stakeholders have been invited to take part in the deliberation of the increment. This time around, we only heard this increment through the media, which is most unfortunate. We were not aware, but formally we all sit at the round table, and the price lists as well as the fuel comes simultaneously. That goes a long way to mitigate the chaotic situation that we are witnessing today.
Okay, that's very surprising, because I just read something this morning about the Deputy Minister for Transportation saying that all stakeholders met, and you decided to increase, put a 20% increment.
Yes, we decided after the increment of the fuel. But I'm saying it must be done
even before
simultaneously, in order to avert this hue and cry amongst passengers and drivers.
Okay, Mr. Famous, you're not leaving you out. How does your organization come in?
For me, we are very much concerned with safety on the road, and as he's saying, I've seen from his deliberations that their main concern is their drivers. The commuters are always left out, and that affects the road safety. Because if people are not informed, let's say I get out from my house, I boarded a car, on board of the vehicle before I got to know that I have to pay more, there will be indiscipline. And that affects the road safety, because a driver will need to concentrate and drive. So it happens all the time, and people will be fighting, there will be argument and then quarrels all over in vehicles. That affects the road safety. So I will urge him and all other stakeholders that when there is increment, at least they should give the public some time, educate them, let people be aware of the increment, and it will help all of us.
Now, Mr. Robert, I'll come back to you. Now, it's been said that there's been a 20% increment. Can you break that down for us? For instance, let's say a distance that would have been charged maybe about 50 pesos before, how much would that be now? So that commuters will have a clear idea of how much they're supposed to be paying. So maybe if I were paying 50 pesos for a certain distance, now how much would I have to pay?
50 pesos will now attract, 60 pesos. 55 pesos goes up to 65. 60 to 70. 70, you are supposed to pay 85. 75, you pay 90. 80, you pay 95. 85, you pay 1 cedi. 90, you pay 1 cedi 10 pesos. 1 cedi, you pay 1 cedi 20 pesos. And it goes on and on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So these prices, are they universal? Do they apply to all stations and all distances?
Throughout throughout Ghana, everywhere. This is what we agreed upon with the Ministry of Transport, and therefore it binds on every driver.
Okay. So what happens to those drivers and mates who are charging more than this?
Well, when we get notification of this misbehavior.
Okay. Do you have a body that monitors the collection of these approved transport fares?
Yeah, we do. We have monitoring team that goes around and check whether the drivers are charging the appropriate fares.
Okay.
And when you are caught, we have sanctions in our constitution, and we apply those sanctions. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Mr. Famous, now you authored this book, Road Traffic Standards, a comprehensive look at it. Tell us about this book. Well, basically, it's all you need to know on the road.
Yeah. Well, it has a lot of information that will help the road users. They have to be disciplined on our roads.
So this is for both drivers and everybody that uses the road, basically.
All the road users.
Okay.
All the road users.
What does it contain? What are you saying? Is it like basically speed signs, road signs?
No, we talk about even eco driving, how to minimize your fuel consumption on the road.
How do you minimize your fuel consumption?
Eco driving is a topic in the book.
Okay.
I will only urge that people should have interest in learning road safety, because most drivers, we learn the driving just by heart, if I should use that word. But driving is a profession. So every profession has its rules and principles. So I will advise the general public to at least get this book and then read.
Okay, where can we get the book?
Yeah, for now we are selling at Kingdom bookshops.
Okay, how much is it going for?
25 cedis. Okay. Yeah, we actually are negotiating with DVLA to give us the opportunity to sell the book through their offices.
Okay.
So as soon as that is concluded, it will be seen all over.
Okay. But have you seen this book?
Oh, not at all. I have not seen this book.
Okay, so maybe you should get a copy after now. And look
if he wants a good sale, he should have come to the GPRTU office, and we'll advertise for him so that many of our members will
can also purchase it and make good use.
Yeah, that is very good suggestion. Yeah. I thank you for that, and I will come.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, during our luncheon, I invited them. They didn't turn up. I don't know.
They didn't turn up.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Or maybe the letter, did not reach my office.
Okay, now, Mr. Saba, just before we go, I also heard the Deputy Minister say that these prices will be maintained for the next 6 months.
Well, I'm not aware that these prices will be maintained. That will depend on, the components that goes into.
She actually did add that as long as fuel prices do not go above a 10% increment within the next 6 months.
That is so. That was the agreement we had. Okay. But there are other components that we must also look at. When these components are stable, they are very favorable, then we shall not be pushed, in fact, to raise, the lorry fares.
Okay, so there is still a chance that they may increase within the next 6 months, you're saying?
Oh, I cannot tell for now. We will cross the bridge when we reach there.
Okay, but in your opinion, what do you think about the fact that there haven't been increments in salaries, but fuel prices have gone up, of course, automatically leading to other products going up?
Oh, when it comes to increment of salaries,
do you think it's fair?
that
we are having to pay more for transportation, even though we are pockets.
Well, I think it's not fair, but I'm not the appropriate person to address, this issue. Yes.
Are you feeling it yourself?
Why not? I have children, I have relatives, that goes in and out with the same transportation.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time this morning, gentlemen. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to add something in relation to the transport fare increase. Concerning road safety, definitely there will be arguments in a short term. And I want to advise drivers that when there is this argument, the best thing for them to do is to exercise patience. Some may not be able to pay now. They should consider them so that there will be discipline on our roads. It's very, very important.
Very, very
because
important.
It can lead to accidents.
No, you're right. Because some people may not be aware, may not be carrying that kind of money. So obviously,
in the short term, and also car owners, it's very important that they should be considerate at this time. Because yesterday I visited some lorry stations to have a discussion with some of the drivers, and their cars were there. People were not boarding.
Right.
And now, if the car owners should increase their sales now, they will also be in rush to get their targets, and that can lead to increase in fatalities on our roads.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Famous Kwaduka, who is the author of this book here, Road Traffic Standards, a comprehensive look at it. I'm hoping that I can keep this because I must say there are some road signs that I do not know very well. So this is my copy, and you can get one at all Kingdom Books. Right, going for 25 Ghana cedis. And a big thank you to Mr. Robert Saba, who's the chairman of the GPRTU, Greater Accra region. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so we will be back with a lot more.